I was trying to finish the dishes. I had one kid asking me what's for dinner. The other one was trying to tell me a story about their day. I was spilling all over the place. The dogs were right at my feet. Nothing about that moment was unusual, but I felt it in my body. My body started to react. My shoulders tightened. My voice got sharper. And my husband came in to give me a hug and a kiss. And I could feel my body tense in response because I had hit the limit. And afterwards, I remember thinking that that moment didn't actually require that reaction at all. And it wasn't the moment that was the problem. It was the fact that my nervous system had already been overloaded through the whole day before that moment even happened. Welcome back to Nature to Nurture. I'm Tiffany, and if you spend your days caring for children as a parent, a caregiver, a grandparent, an educator, this conversation is really designed for you. So grab a coffee with me, join me out on my back porch, because today we're going to be talking about something that does not get discussed enough. How we actually support our nervous systems while doing this work. I've been a caregiver for a long time, as a sibling, as a nanny, as a teacher, as a director, as a community member, as a parent. And some days, doing that work, caring for children, it feels so easy. The rhythms of the day flow so naturally, and the little frustrations, they don't feel that big. But then there are also days where the noise feels louder, where the needs are constant, and even the littlest tiny things can make you feel overwhelmed. Maybe it's a spilled cup, or someone asking you the same question 3 times in a row. It could be a child that is needing help when you are already in the middle of helping another child, and then you feel it. Your shoulders get tight, your voice gets sharper than you wanted it to. Or sometimes maybe the opposite happens. Maybe you stop reacting and you feel yourself disconnecting a little bit, like you're there, but you're trying not to respond. A lot of adults that are caring for children assume that the difference between the days where they're feeling like that and the days that are easy has something to do with the children. But most of the time, it doesn't at all. It's actually the state of our own nervous system. Caring for children means that your nervous system is constantly scanning. You are making sure, are all of the kids safe? Maybe you're counting them if you're in a program. Does somebody need help? Is something about to go off? As a caregiver, you are responding to the noise, the movement, the questions, the emotions, the conflicts, the transitions. Don't even get me started if you're trying to work at home while being a caregiver or manage a home while being a caregiver. If you're a parent, this is happening and you're managing all of it. As a caregiver, as an educator, you're holding space for multiple children at one time. Helping one child regulate while another child needs attention. That level of awareness is part of caring for children, yes. But when it continues hour after hour without support, your nervous system starts to carry too much. And that's when these little moments start to feel bigger than they actually are. I recently noticed this in a moment in the kitchen where I was trying to finish the dishes. I had one kid asking me what's for dinner. The other one was trying to tell me a story about their day. I was spilling all over the place. The dogs were right at my feet. Nothing about that moment was unusual, but I felt it in my body. My body started to react. My shoulders tightened. My voice got sharper. And my husband came in to give me a hug and a kiss. And I could feel my body tense in response because I had hit the limit. And afterwards, I remember thinking that that moment didn't actually require that reaction at all. And it wasn't the moment that was the problem. It was the fact that my nervous system had already been overloaded through the whole day before that moment even happened. And that's something that many parents and caregivers experience. I'm sure you have felt that before. It's not just one moment. It's the pile up, the accumulation of so many moments without enough support in between. One message that adults who care for children hear often is that you should just stay calm. Just breathe. Just respond gently. But calm isn't a simple behavior that we can just choose. It's a biological state. And biological states, it needs support. You can't just flip the switch and make it happen. If someone has been carrying tension in their body all day, asking them to just stay calm is like asking a tired person to simply stop being tired. What actually helps the nervous system settle are small supports. It's creating conditions that tell the body it is safe enough to soften. Supporting your nervous system doesn't have to look like a huge lifestyle change. Oftentimes, it's very simple things, such as stepping outside for just a few minutes, letting your eyes look into the distance instead of focusing on your tasks or your phone or your computer. It could be drinking water after realizing you've been moving all morning without anything. Slowing your voice down when you feel like you are rushing yourself. Maybe it's taking a pause between tasks instead of moving immediately into the next thing on the to-do list. These moments seem small, but these are the moments that are sending signals to your nervous system. Signals that are telling your nervous system, your body, you are safe enough right now. You can let it be. You can soften. I've started to notice this in little ways throughout my day. Sometimes when things start to feel tight, rushed, I'll step outside for a minute, for a pause. Not for a long walk, just 1 minute. And almost every time something interesting happens, my body takes a deeper breath without me trying. My shoulders soften a little bit. Nothing about the situation changed, it's all still there. But my nervous system has. And when I'm able to come back inside, I respond differently. It's not to say that I'm responding perfectly, but differently. My grandmother recently shared a video that she saw, and it was talking about this Japanese word, ma, I believe, and how it talks about just taking a pause in between life, in between things, to just be and to just experience and to just see. And it had all these beautiful nature images behind it. And it's so powerful. It talks about how that pause, it shifts us. How that time in nature, it shifts us. And one of the reasons that nature is so powerful for families and for caregivers is that our nervous systems, well, they were designed to respond to natural environments, right? We've evolved from nature. And nature, it offers slower rhythms. It offers this balanced sensory input. These sounds that are predictable, you can hear them behind me. When we step outside, our bodies receive signals that help us to settle. And this is one of the reasons why children regulate so well outdoors. Their bodies are responding to those cues. And the same thing, it happens for adults too. And no, you don't need to go hiking, although I love hiking. Sometimes it's just simply stepping outside and looking up at the sky and letting your body pause for a moment. And I want to restate something real quick. Maybe you can't walk outside. Walk to the window. Look outside. Find something that is alive and moving. A bird, the wind moving on a flag. It can be anything. But let yourself see what nature is doing. I just shared with you how a little bit of time in nature can help you shift. I've shared a ton in other episodes, and I want to just wrap us up in why am I talking to you about this? You're on here because you want to know how to give the best care for the children that you care for. Well, here's what it is. Children, they're also deeply connected to the nervous system of the adults, you, who are caring for them. They feel the shifts in your tone. They feel it in the pace of your talking, of your movement, of your energy, long before they understand the shifts based off of your words. And when the adults in the room are soft, even a little bit more slightly than before, it shifts the entire environment. A tense moment can become manageable. A conflict can resolve more gently. It doesn't mean that we have to be calm all the time. Remember, children don't need perfect adults. What they need are adults whose nervous systems are supported enough. And not just enough, often, so that that connection remains possible. So often caregivers don't give themselves time, and they don't get support from others to care for their physical needs, for their emotional needs, for their stimulation, for social needs. If you are a caregiver, I invite you to please give yourself some care. Love yourself a little bit. Give yourself that pause. Because if you are not filling up yourself, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not able to pour out onto the children that you care for. And I know that's what you want. Give yourself that time. If you take one thing from this conversation, let it be this. Supporting your nervous system, it's not selfish. It's part of caring for the children in your life. When you step outside for a moment, when you pause between tasks, when you take a slower breath. You're not stepping away from responsibilities. You're strengthening your ability to meet them. And so today, give yourself one small moment of support. Step outside, look at the sky, take a breath. Sometimes the smallest shifts are the ones that help the most. I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to receive a quick little Friday reflection from me, I encourage you to check out the show notes and join my newsletter. I'm going to be sending a short and sweet email on Fridays with a little reflection, a little step that you might want to take, and I think it'll be beautiful. So I'll see you either over there in your inbox or on the next episode.